Hi there, Kootenay people. So the RCMP have showed up and with a court injunction that apparently gives them the authority to arrest if we don't step off the road immediately. So that's where we're at. So anyone who chooses to take a stand will be arrested for contempt of court.
Picking up what you're laying down.
So that's the point we're at. Everyone has a choice to take the stand where they want to take the stand. So this one's for Mother Gaia. Thank you. And always want to say sorry, Mom, but I'll see you soon. And keep standing up for water and the environment, and power to the people.
Forest license A30171, cutting permit 410, and road permit number R21925, as amended, all issued by Her Majesty the Queen in right of British Columbia. Jessica, by physically preventing, impeding, restricting, or in any way physically interfering with or counseling other persons to physically prevent, impede, restrict, or in any way physically interfere with the logging and related operations and activities of the plaintiff and any of their employees, contractors, or agents in and around the area known as Balfour Face, you are in breach of this order. I must inform you that your action is unlawful, as you are breaching an order issued by a Supreme Court Justice. I ask that you stop breaching the Supreme Court injunction. If you continue at this time to discontinue if you choose at this time to discontinue the action, you will not be arrested and removed. I must caution that if you continue to breach Mr. Justice Horry's order, you will be arrested and could face civil contempt charges. Can I then confirm that you understand that you will be arrested and could face civil contempt charges? Can I then confirm that you understand that you will be arrested and can face civil contempt charges?
I do not stand under. I do not stand under. I do not stand under. Hi there. Okay, so I just want to get this recording out because I just finished a public tour of the Balfour Watershed, so above the Balfour community, that's currently being logged by licensee holder Cooper Creek Cedar, and the independent contractor is Sunshine Logging out of Castle. And as many of you may have heard, this has been an ongoing issue in this watershed. There's a lot of history to it, including in 2011 there was a slide after BC Timber Sales had logged in this watershed, and this also used to be part of the West Arm Demonstration Forest, and during that time the West Arm Demonstration Forest members had determined that the slopes where the slide happened were too dangerous to log in, and it would result in a slide. We received an email that harvesting was due to begin about 3 weeks ago, even though we do not consent to it. And so harvesting began, and about a week in, a fire broke out on the active cut block where Sunshine Logging, the independent contractor, was operating, and it was caused, human caused. It was in the active cut block, and it was under a bit of a slash pile or wood pile there, and it was determined that it was a spark caused when the blade of a feller buncher sometimes hits a rock and causes a spark, and over the course of the dry, hot day it smoldered and became quite a large fire.
Summer wildfires in the US and Canada have burned millions of hectares and forced evacuations up and down the continent. Here in BC, we're known for our wet climate, but at one point, around half the province was covered in smoke, and we lost more homes than in any year since 2003. Now, this is happening with the world facing its hottest year ever. And in BC, that meant a strangely mild winter and a very hot summer with record drought and heat.
we've experienced a significantly drier than usual March, April, and May. Some of the driest on record in BC here. Some of the lowest rainfall on record in parts of BC here, and not to mention the last 2 summers of record high forest fires. So if we want to talk about climate crisis adaptation and our ability to deal with it as a community, we're at a very critical point, and then to have springs that have been around, since 1956, drying up and fires breaking out, the accumulation of all that is leaving us in a very, very, very vulnerable position. And not to mention going into an old slide area that those slopes are still the same slopes they were, and they're going to log it again.
Quite good.
So it's about 10:35. We're just having dinner here, getting ready to go to bed after dinner, and this is the second just random truck that shows up. So we're just gonna eat. I'm not sure.
Hey, come here.
So a delicious dinner that was made tonight was morel mushrooms picked by some of our wonderful people that are here. So we're just gonna.
I guess they thought everybody was going to be asleep or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his license plate. Sure. Go take a picture.
Oh.
They will wake me up if you need help.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Some sleep.
Thinking maybe we'll do some like sleep shifts or something kind of.
You sleep now, we'll give you 10 minutes of sleep, and then you're up.
None of us are going to reach REM tonight, so.
It in, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, so I've been here about 15 minutes just with the lights on our table, and now they're just kind of driving closer. Hello Kootenay peeps, Thursday evening, day 4 of holding off the clear cutting of the Balfour Watershed. And camp is growing, we've had lots of support come up today as well, and our camp is growing, as you can see. We've got more tents, and we've got this really awesome cook stove made by one of our supporters here. Definitely neat system, and he actually makes them and sells them, so if it's something you'd like to have, come up to our protest site and you can find out more information about these awesome stoves. And yeah, so we expanded. We have our kitchen tent here, and of course our keep expanding. If you build it, they will come. Just wanted to mention up here, this is a gate that was put in by the community years ago, and I don't know, a few months back it seemed like this post got hit and the gate was no longer functional, so the boys spent a whole day and erected the post and fixed the gate, so that was really nice of them. And we built a little pulley system up here for putting our food away in dry bags at night to avoid it attracting any bears, and building a little train over there. So just being responsible with our waste and responsible campers. And this This is our kitchen tent.
After I
So yeah, tomorrow, Friday, will be
get there, I want
day 5. And we'll be here all weekend and into the early next week. So feel free to come up and camp with us and hear some stories and share some stories and be in solidarity for our watersheds. All right, here we go. The infamous, invincible, untouchable Bill Castell. Morning. Morning. Just. Oh, hush. Dogs are getting riled up.
Morning.
Morning.
Here again. And then I'm Bill Castell, the booth manager. Jim Carlson, Sunshine Logging. Zoning Authority of FLA 30171, fourth license and permit CP410. And as per road permit R2 1925, Kootenay Cedars Authority to be up this road, harvesting and do other forest practices. With Sunshine Logging, we would like to get through your blockade. Would you move for us today? So I take it that there's no answer again. That means that you're not going to move. So again, my name is Bill Castell, Booth Manager for Cooper Cedar, Carlson, Sunshine Logging, loggers under forest license FLA 30171, cutting permit CP410, and road permit R2 1925. Cooper Cedar and Sunshine Logging have the authority to be up in Balfour Face, harvesting wood and other forest practices. We're blocking the road, we can't get through. We're asking, would you move the blockade today so we can get through to go to work? Again, no answer, so again, Cooper Cedar will take it as no answer means no, you will not move the blockade.
So we're at the Balfour Watershed Protection. Bill Castell of Cooper Creek Cedar has arrived with the RCMP.
Morning again.
God, yes. We know each other very well, haven't we? So I'm going to read you the order that we have. The Supreme Court of British Columbia, Cooper Creek Cedar Limited, the plaintiff, and Jessica Dawn Ogden, Grusky, Brock Schneider, John Doe, Jane Doe, persons unknown, defendants. Order made after application before the Justice Thursday, the 20th of June, 2019. On the application of the plaintiffs, without notice coming on for hearing at June 20th, 2019, on hearing Matthew Schaffelmeyer, counsel for the plaintiffs, and upon the plaintiffs undertaking to abide by any order which this court may make as to damages, this court orders that the plaintiff's main application is heard without notice on June 20th, 2019, pursuant to Rule 8-5 of the Rules of Court. Jessica Dawn Ogden, Mick Gabrowski, Brock Schneider, and anyone else having knowledge of this order be, and they are hereby restrained and enjoined until the trial of this action or until further order of the court.
Next step is, he's going to try to come through.
Okay.
If he's not permitted through, or his workers, if it is movement is impeded, those doing so will be arrested.
Okay.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay. So anyone to avoid arrest should leave the
If you
road.
don't want to be arrested, or if you don't want to be in contempt of the court order, best advice obviously is move yourself.
Okay.
Forest license A30171, cutting permit 410, and road permit number R21925, as amended, all issued by Her Majesty the Queen in right of British Columbia. Jessica, by physically preventing, impeding, restricting, or in any way physically interfering with or counseling other persons to physically prevent, impede, restrict, or in any way physically interfere with the logging and related operations and activities of the plaintiff and any of their employees, contractors, or agents in and around the area known as Balfour Face, you are in breach of this order. I must inform you that your action is unlawful, as you are breaching an order issued by a Supreme Court justice. I ask that you stop breaching the Supreme Court injunction. If you continue at this time to discontinue if you choose at this time to discontinue the action, you will not be arrested and you can leave. I must caution that if you continue to breach Mr. Justice Horry's order, you will be arrested and could face civil contempt charges. Can I then confirm that you understand that you will be arrested and could face civil contempt charges? Can I then confirm that you understand that you will be arrested and can face civil contempt charges?
I do not stand under. 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 I do not stand under.
Here at the Nelson Police Station this morning, Jessica Ogden is being transported to a court hearing in Rossland fairly soon. We're hoping to just give her a big wave and a shout of support here for the sacrifices that she's made at the Balfour Watershed Protection Camp. We're all in this together. We're here standing for our watersheds, our ecosystems, and our biodiversity. The Kootenays is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and we need to become a leader in the times to come for what we're about to see happening in this world. We need to make a change. It needs to happen right now, and it's really simple.
Seems like she's really strong. Her mother's here. She saw her yesterday, and my first concern is Jessica's well-being. I'm an activist, but I'm a lawyer now. And I'm looking at Jessica real strong, right? Like, are you ready for this girl? Like, I'm crying with her, right? Like we all are, right?
Why don't we give Jessica a hip hip? Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
just collecting all these various statements from the people here. We'll be heading to Kootenay Co-op Radio right away. We'll be sitting down with Jocelyn in there, and we'll be making a 10-minute little report on what's happening not only here, but at the Balfour Watershed Protection Camp in Balfour, British Columbia. We're trying to rally as much support at this stage. If you can, come out to the Balfour Watershed Protection Camp. We're located near the transfer station, just up on Upper Balfour Road. If you can't, there's so much else that you can do. There's online petitions. You can stand in front of a logging road, start up your own blockade. There are thousands of logging roads in this province, all of which are actively getting logged. And there will come a time where if our needs and our desires here are not met by legislation, we're going to need to rise up, and we're going to need to put a stop to this. So, looking to the future, hopefully we don't have to do that. Hopefully, internet and social media and radio, the news can help us to create legislative change. We're not against industry. We're against the destructive practices that industry is employing right now. And we're looking for a transition from the practice of clear-cut logging to a more sustainable, more selective, and more rejuvenating style of logging, so that not only can the humans prosper, so can the animals, so can the trees, the water, the insects. Everything is important on this planet. It's all here for a reason, and we need your help.
Well, today I think we're going to help inspire as many people as we can to spring into action, because even in the social media world, there's only so many words you can toss around in pixel form before there's some action that needs to take place. And even just the action we've taken place to here today, gathering, holding our signs, showing people a physical act and presence taking place, I think inspires them to want to take the same steps. So thank you. I mean, you're looking like you're right out of Braveheart here today.
We're standing up for the water here, man.
That's happening here.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to.
No one can deny
We're standing up for the water because, water stood up for us for about 4.5 billion years. So it's the least we could give in return, right?
Yeah.